Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with the general topics from the paper, Milton to the pre-romantic. Our first topic for today is Restoration Comedy of Manners, 1660 to 1700. The Restoration era, 1660 to 1700, saw the rise of comedy of manners, a satirical genre that it depicted the manners, flirtations, and sexual intrigues of the aristocracy. These plays were witty, irreverent, and often scandalous, reflecting the decadence of Charles II's court. Key features of Restoration comedy: satirical depiction of upper-class society and its hypocrisy, clever, witty dialogue filled with double entendres, sexual themes and infidelity often played for comedic effect. Stock characters: the rake, a charming libertine; the fop, a vain, foolish aristocrat; the cook-called husband; the witty, independent woman. Major playwrights and their works during the Restoration period: William Wycherley, 1641 to 1760. His work, The Country Wife, 1675, a classic Restoration comedy featuring Harner, a rake character who pretends to be important to seduce married women. Themes include deception, sexual hypocrisy, and a social satire. The next writer, William Congreve, 1670 to 1729. His work, The Way of the World, published in 1700. This work is considered the finest example of Restoration comedy. And the work is famous for the complex courtship between Mirabell and Millamant, negotiating their future relationship with a prenuptial contract. Themes include social manners, wit, and power struggles between men and women. The next writer, George Etheridge, 1636-1692. His work, The Man of Maud, 1676, features the character Dorimant, a model for the archetypal Restoration rake, known for sophisticated, polished dialogue. The next writer, George Farquhar, 1677-1707. The Recruiting Officer, 1706, is his work, a comedy about a soldier seducing women in a small town. George Farquhar's next work is The Buke Stratagem, 1707. This work features two impoverished gentlemen trying to marry rich women. These comedies were highly influential but also controversial due to their sexual content and a cynical portrayal of marriage and morality. Jeremy Collier's critique of Restoration comedy. In 1698, Jeremy Collier, a moral critic and a clergyman, published the work A Short View of the Immorality and Profaneness of the English Stage, ranking Restoration comedy for its sexual explicitness and a corruption of morals, mocking religion and virtue, disrespecting female virtue. His critique led to a decline in Restoration comedy, paving the way for sentimental comedy. Sentimental comedy, 18th century. As a reaction to the immorality of Restoration comedy, sentimental comedy emerged, promoting virtue, morality, and sensibility. Instead of mocking human folly, these plays focused on noble emotions and moral lessons. Key features of sentimental comedies include characters were portrayed as inherently good with their struggles against their vice. Tearful emotional moments. The audience was expected to weep. Didactic messages, that is, teaching morality and virtue. Major sentimental comedies writers include Kali Siba (1671 to 1757), whose work Love's Last Gift (1696), one of the earliest sentimental comedies, focused on reforming rakes into moral husbands. The next sentimental writer, Richard Steele (1672 to 1729), his work The Conscious Lovers (1722), a major sentimental comedy, advocated for morality, virtue, and refined emotions in drama. However, sentimental comedy was later criticized for being too artificial and emotionally exaggerated. Anti-sentimental comedy, late 18th century. By the mid-18th century, playwrights rebelled against the overly moralistic sentimental comedy. Instead, they revived the witty satirical spirit of Restoration comedy while toning down its excesses. Key playwrights include Richard Brinsley Sheridan (1751 to 1816). His works include The Rival (1775), a comedy about mistaken identities and a courtship, featuring the famous character Mrs. Malaprop, known for her humorous language mistakes like a nice derangement of epitaphs instead of a nice arrangement of epitaphs. The next work is School for Scandal (1777), a biting satire on gossip, hypocrisy, and vanity in high society. The next writer, Oliver Goldsmith (1728 to 1774). Works include She Stoops to Conquer (1773), a comedy about a class confusion and a mistaken identity, satirizing sentimental comedy's artificiality. He advocated for laughing comedy rather than the weeping comedy of the sentimentalists.